Good morning, students. This is Harcharan Singh, and you all are welcome to the e-learning portal of Cambridge International School, Dasua. As you know, we are reading the first textbook, that is Hornbill. Students, we are reading The Ailing Planet, The Green Movement's Role, written by Nani Palkhivala. This is a newspaper article published in the Indian Express, and this is about green movement. Green movement started in New Zealand, and this is to save our planet Earth. We have been told that Earth is a living organism, and it is in the condition of its health is not good, and this is like a patient whose health is declining, and we all are responsible for this. That is why man has been called the world's most dangerous animal, and man is sharing the earth with 1.4 million other living species, but man is dominating the rest of the species and everything on the earth. Yesterday we read in Lester R. Brown's book, The Global Economic Prospect. According to the book, there are four principal biological systems that are fisheries, forests, croplands, and grasslands. And these four systems are the base of world's economy. But unfortunately, because of overuse and misuse, we are destroying these four systems. Fisheries are collapsing, forests are disappearing, grasslands are into barren wastelands, and croplands are also getting worse day by day. In some countries, wood is costlier than the food. The condition is, and we all are responsible for this. Then we read the first thing that came on this earth, that were the forests, and next was human, and the next was deserts. So we humans are responsible for this condition of the earth. The ancient inheritance of tropical forests that is being disappeared at the rate of 40 to 50 million acres a year. Also, the burning of dung is preventing the soil to become natural fertilizer. To meet the need for fuel wood demand, there is a need to increase the rate of forest plantation by fivefold by the year 2020. We are losing the forest closer to an acre and a half a second, according to James Path, the president of the World's Resource Institute. Students, we are going to start the next. The next in the chapter is that according to Article 48A of the Constitution of India, that provides that the state shall endeavor to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forests and wildlife of the country. That means that according to the law, in Constitution in Article 48A, government has to protect the wildlife, forests and environment. And if anybody is found doing harmful for the environment, forests or harms wildlife of the country, can be punished. But that is only a law. And the writer next tells us laws are always made, they are not enforced. People do not abide by the laws. There are many laws about untouchability, about casteism, but still people do not care about the laws, they do not abide by the laws. There is one more example. We go on roads. There are many traffic rules. We know if we do not follow traffic rules, it can be harmful. We can be punished, we can be fined. but still we do not follow rules. So that is a very big problem with the people, that rules are and laws are made but they are never followed. Students, according to Parliament's estimates committee, India is losing its forests at the rate of 3.7 million acres a year. That is a very big amount. I mean, at such a high rate, 3.7 million acres of forests are destroyed every year. But there are, according to the writer, there are still many places which are, according to the papers, according to the government, those are forest areas. But if you see them, actually they are treeless. There is no tree. So that is only government data, that India is losing 3.7 million acres a year. But the reality is, next point is, actually it is 8 times the rate indicated by government statistics. What the government tells, actual loss is 8 times more than that. A 3-year study using satellites and aerial photography conducted by the United Nations warns that the environment has deteriorated so badly that it is critical in many of the 88 countries investigated. So students, you are reading that United Nations organized an aerial photography, and where they came to know that what is expected, that the forest areas, and according to that photography, 88 countries investigated, they are in critical condition. They are treeless, and it will be very difficult for those countries to survive in future if they do not plant trees, if they do not take care of the environment, if they do not stop spreading pollution, and if they do not control their factories emission and everything. We are reading that there are four principal biological systems of the earth: fisheries, forests, grasslands, croplands, and we called man the most dangerous animal of the world. Students, reason behind everything. If we say that at some places wood is costlier than food, the reason behind everything, whether we talk about overfishing, whether we talk about forest cutting, whether we talk about using pesticides and chemicals on croplands, the reason behind everything is only one, that is the growth of population. Now see, if there is more population, we need more roads. If there is more population, we need more hospitals, we need more houses, we need more buildings, we need more shopping complexes, more schools, more colleges, and everything. If there is more population, we need more food. And to get more food, we will use pesticides and chemicals on croplands. If there is more population, we will definitely destroy forests. We will cut forest, and we will make houses. So population is the biggest problem. In this slide, you're reading growth of the world population is the biggest problem behind everything. Whatever the problem is, that is the growth of world population. Now you can see the data till 1800. The world population was 1 billion, and in the next 100 years till 1900 it became 2 billion, means in 100 it was double. And till 2000, till the end of the 20th century, that added 3.7 7 billion into that and it becomes 5.7 billion. This is a very big problem for the entire world. Then the writer tells that the world population increases by 1 million after every 4 days. So, students, in this slide, we have read whatever we read before that, whether we are talking about the declining health of the earth, we are talking about four principal biological systems, we are talking about the cost of wood, we are talking about the sickness of the planet or anything. The reason behind everything is the growth of world population and the way it is increasing. So students, I'm going to conclude what we read today. I will repeat that. Today we read that according to the Article 48A of the Indian Constitution, it is a law that government has to try to protect its wildlife, its forests and environment. There is a law that if anybody harms the environment, forests or wildlife can be punished. But in a country like India, laws are made only. They are not enforced and people do not abide by the laws. The writer here gives us an example that there is a law against casteism and untouchability, but still people do not stop themselves. They are not abiding by the laws. Then we read that according to Parliament's estimates committee, India is losing its forest at the rate of 3.7 million acres a year. But according to the writer, there are some places that we call they are forest areas. But those areas that are forest areas in papers, if you see them actually, you will find that those areas are treeless. So the writer tells what the government data has told us India is losing its forest at 3.7 million acres a year. The actual data is 8 times more than the rate that has been told by the government. United Nations, they held an aerial photography in some places and the UN came to know that 88 countries they have totally vanished their forests and they are in a very critical situation. Students, next we read that whatever the problem is being faced by the environment or the earth, whether the earth is in declining health or environment is not good, there is less amount of oxygen and more pollution and we are cutting forests, we are depleting environment and every resource. Reason behind everything is the world population. The world population is increasing every day at a very high rate. The writer has given us data that till 1800 the world population was 1 billion and at the end of 1900 it became double, it was 2 billion, and by the end of 20th century the world population was 5.7 billion, and the biggest worry is that it is still increasing. The world population, according to the writer, increases by 1 million after every 4 days, means after every 4 days, 1 million is added to the world population. Thank you very much.